Our guys have been working hard. We have a good, solid week of practice so far. Coming off the bye, I think we had the opportunity to get some guys healthy and and just get a little bit mentally and physically a little refreshed. So I think that was pretty positive for us, and looking forward to the game Saturday.
First up, we have Murray Poole of Bulldog Illustrated.
Dan, what do you think the big improvement, the big jump for your receiving corps over last year? And they're really playing well right now, I know.
Yeah, I think one, they bought into our program. I think, Billy Gonzalez does an unbelievable job of developing wide receivers. And, you just look at his track record of all the success guys have had through the years. And I don't know if there's, a place where if you want to be developed, you want to be coached, you want to take your game to the next level as a wide receiver, you want to come play at Florida and be a part of this offense.
Okay, thank you.
Next is Edgar Thompson of the Orlando Sentinel.
I know injuries have come up a lot this season. What's it mean to actually have your full complement on defense? I think this might be the first game, if you include suspensions in there, this might be the first time you've had the whole defense together.
Well, we still have a couple guys that have been out for the year, that we lost early on. Like I said, which, guys that we expected to be contributors, maybe not starters, but solid contributors for us. But, the next guy's always been stepping up and playing, and, I've been pleased with that. It just kind of shows some mental toughness of guys being ready to play, and then it'd be good to see. I'd love to see what type of team we could be if we have, like a lot of these teams out there you get to watch, if, how we can be if we get to play with our full complement of players.
How have John and Jabari integrated back into things this week?
Good. They've practiced both days, Monday and Tuesday. Been out there practicing, so it's pretty good to have them out there. We've limited a little bit of reps on Monday and then built it up more yesterday, and they've progressed very nicely, so we expect them ready to go play.
Thanks, Dan.
Next is Bob Holt in the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette.
Hey, Dan, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you today?
I'm good. Hey, I was reading in, Kirby Smart's presser on Monday. He got asked, I guess, maybe how you guys get along. He said you guys always sit next to each other in SEC meetings because I guess it's alphabetical order with GF. Just wondering, I don't know, what's that like, sitting next to one of your rivals and those things? I assume you guys don't do any trash talking or anything like that.
Oh yeah, I don't know if there's any trash talk in those meetings right there. Everybody, I think, one of the good things in this league, and I've been here a long time, seen a lot of different coaches come and go in those meetings, and but I think one thing, everyone has a lot of pride in the league. Everybody's working in there to try to do what's best for the Southeastern Conference, which I think is is important. Right now we're the best league in all of college football, and I think coaches really try to do a really good job of making sure, and I know the commissioner certainly does, of making sure we keep that and keep the SEC the premier league in the country.
I was kind of joking about that, but how do you guys get along? What's your all's relationship, would you say?
Yeah, I've seen them for the years up in the summertime. I think we got a lake house at the same lake, and so I've been able to play golf with them once or twice through the years. And always been cordial. I've never been able to hang around them that much, but every time that we've been together, it's been a cordial relationship.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Next is Pat Dooley of the Gainesville Sun.
Hey, Dan, concerning Kyle Trask and just the makeup that he has, did you see that in him right away when you got to campus, that he was that kind of guy that was kind of unflappable?
I don't know about right when I got here to campus, because I was trying to learn about everybody on the team. But I think through the years we put guys through different things, and one of the things you've always seen with him is a guy that's going to show up prepared, that's going to work, whether it's in off-season conditioning or going through spring practice and preparing for his reps that way, or preparing for a game from a week-to-week basis. He's been very consistent. In his performance and what he's been able to do since we got here. So I guess now if you look back on it, I guess he's been pretty unflappable because he's done what we've asked him to do.
But you know that there are guys you can look in their eyes and see whether they're ready for a moment. It seems like he's been ready for everyone so far.
Yeah, I've never, we've never had anything that we've asked him to do that he hasn't been prepared for. That he hasn't prepared himself for that time. So, and he's always worked hard to do it. Whether, like I said, whether we're doing conditioning, practice, leadership around campus, or or playing on game day.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah.
Next is Steve Mullen on WZZ.
Hey, Coach, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you doing, Steve?
Doing well, thank you. DeAndre Swift has certainly made a name for himself there at Georgia, but what have you seen development-wise out of this Georgia tailback, Coach?
Well, you saw him. He was he was a great recruit out of high school. And, one of the things that does is he plays with speed, he plays with power, so and the quickness to go make you miss. He's an extremely talented guy. And, and so, if you got one guy there, he can make the one guy miss, he can run him over, or he can run away from him. So you got to get a bunch of guys to the party if you're going to tackle him.
And development-wise, in terms of reading defenses, how would you evaluate how Kyle Trask doing at the quarterback position for you, Coach?
Well, I think he's done a really good job, of being in there. But he's prepared for this. One of the things within our development, our player development, we work hard to make sure you never know, when, especially at the quarterback position. We want to develop guys to be starters, not develop a starter with backups. We try to develop guys to be starters. So since we've been here, we've been doing that, and he's continually grown, put in a lot of time, put in a lot of work, and when his number was called, he was ready for his opportunity.
Thank you, Coach.